Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we're playing Primal Burn. I've actually been thinking about doing this deck for a long time now and it keeps coming to my mind and I just keep forgetting about it. And so on my Patreon account, I actually have a poll every week or so, every like twice a week where the patrons get to decide which decks we're going to play in the coming up. And so if you guys want to check that out, it's in the description below. You can also please subscribe to support me the same way they do here on YouTube. And this one wasn't on the list. This is just one I decided, you know what, I've been wanting to build this for forever and I forgot to put it on the poll. And so this is just the deck that is top of my mind, just the best thing we could possibly play here in this deck, and it is epic. All right, so what we're trying to do with this deck is we're trying to flip Primal Amulet. So Primal Amulet, instant and sorcery spells you cast cost one less to cast. Whenever you cast instant sorcery, you get to put a counter onto this. Once you have 4 counters, you can transform it over to Primal Wellspring. Primal Wellspring, you get to tap, add 1 mana of any color. When that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So we can basically use the flipped over version to copy a Banefire for 7 damage. Also, we're doing 14 damage. That kind of thing. Inescapable Blaze, we can do 12 damage with it. If we have 2 of these out, we get to copy it twice. We get to do 18 damage with that. And so what we're trying to do with this deck is minimize how much damage we need to do. We never really need to go much past 4 mana with this deck, because once we flip it, it's great, but really we're going to have a lot of cards in our hand that are just going to go towards face. So we're going to hold on to a lot of our burn, use it for removal, make sure we're going to the later game, but we're going to be taking care of creatures, and then once we finally get a Primal Amulet down, try to just fire off pretty much as much as we can, hold on to one of our better burn spells in the end to finish off the game. Otherwise, we have a bunch of card draw. Pirate's Pillage to draw us 2 cards, Tormenting Voice, we have to discard, draw 2 cards. We are splashing blue at this one. I am calling this a mono red deck because we're only splashing from Firemind's Research. I decided to throw in 1 extra island, otherwise we have 9 sources of blue mana for it. The only reason I wanted that much is just so we can draw extra cards if ever we needed to. So I kind of wanted to at least consistently find 2 blue mana once we get to this point around like turn 7 or 8. But overall, so Firemind's Research is kind of like an extra copy of Primal Amulet in this as well, because the second ability where you can remove 5 charge counters, you can do 5 damage to any target. It's kind of a way that we can just be instant speed doing 5 damage for 2 mana. So anyway, this deck has been really awesome. We're going to go play it in ranked because it's been working well for me there, and wish me luck. Here we go. Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to fusiongamingonline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below. All right, up against Kenji. Bring it on, Kenji. So I was playing in ranked, but then I ran into mono red every single game, and I was like, you know what, this is boring, and I don't want to show you guys stuff that's just straight up boring. We didn't do terrible against them. It's one of those, like, I kept drawing poorly, and so it just got out of hand before I could actually come back, but I was like, next turn I had them, which is frustrating. Maybe this deck is just a turn too slow with the way it plays, but we're going to see how this goes. All right, so Doom Dissenter. We just don't ever need to really kill this guy. So yeah, we're not going to play our shocks for that. So we're going to play this. I think I'm just going to go ahead and Tormenting Voice, get rid of Firemind's Research. Look for land and a Primal Amulet. All right. Alright, down to 19. Play the mountain, pass the turn. We're just going to risk factor, I believe, here. Lava Coil can kill anything with Afterlife. I'm thinking that they're going to be playing a lot more stuff. I'm guessing this is a Teysa deck. Alright, not playing anything. Very interesting. We will risk factor. Down to 16. Man, lots and lots of burn. I think we might need to... Do we just go for burn here? Alright, we're going to pass the turn. We're going to see what they bring out, but we might just start going face with all this. We have 9 damage. Yeah, we have a lot of damage, actually. Alright, resolve. Passing to my turn. Yeah, let's go for some damage here. So, lightning strike, shock. We're gonna call it there though, I believe. You can bring him down to 9, and then we have 7 damage in hand and more damage to draw into, plus a risk factor. They might let it actually resolve if we play it this way too. So yeah, let's try this out. I mean, we might actually get some card draw here. So risk factor. See if they let us draw or if they take 4. That's a pretty big issue at that point. All right, they let us draw. Perfect. So we play this tapped. And pass the turn. All right. I think that, and this is the other side of the deck I've actually never drawn. It's just straight up burn, and so I haven't really played around with it much. Yep, down to 14. Teysa. All right, so they don't have any lifelink at the moment, so we're just going to shock. Down to 7. Inescapable Blaze. Alright, well, we're just going to Lava Coil Teysa. And we're probably going to risk factor discarding the Lava Coil. Have we played a land already this turn? I don't think it'll matter, so we'll do it on their turn. We don't care about 3 points of damage at the moment. We're hopefully on a faster clock than that. And so even though the Lava Coil could kill this and not have it give an Afterlife trigger, I'd rather start either drawing some more cards. So discard a Lava Coil. It is our last one, unfortunately, so there could be some blowouts. Fiery Cannonade's not bad. But Primal Amulet. I think what we do, though, I mean, it makes more sense just to Inescapable Blaze twice in a row, right? Rather than go for any more fun stuff. So, that is instant speed. I forget that this is actually a really good card. Like, I'm always surprised by how good this card is. It can't be countered. Down to 1. Let's hope they're not playing, even if they're playing Revenge, we're still in great shape. Because they're down to 1. Alright, mortifies his own guy so they can get some more damage going. And maybe they have a Teysa so they can gain some life with a token. Down to 7. And this is actually the part that I don't really like about the Afterlife deck, is if you don't have a way to kill your creatures, sometimes it's kind of a dead deck. Which, I mean, I guess every deck has that side of it, so... But, yeah, not too shabby. Alright, up against Yukon Visara. And we're playing our Primal Burn deck. And we're going to keep this. Yeah. A lot of removal. We have a lot of good stuff for a lot of different types of decks. Good card draw, possibly. So, we'll see how this goes. Mountain, pass the turn. One of the cool things too about the meta right now is that people seeing mountains are either thinking drakes or aggro, and so especially if you do see the Izzet colors, they're not expecting this deck at all, so they don't really play based around that. Firemind's Research A. All right, well I think that we need to Tormenting Voice. We're gonna get rid of the Firemind's Research. If we draw into another one, then we're great. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that this Fiery Cannonade is pretty big for us. Ooh, Abzan. Amara. Oh, man. Just, like, fill up your board for me. I love it. Do I fire this off now? I'm wondering if they're going to have something else, but Fiery Cannonade can just completely win the game here for me. If they have... the card that makes everything indestructible, and it could be frustrating, but let's see. Alright, plays land. Alright, Hero of Precinct 1. Gonna play some other creatures. Flower creates a person, that's fine. Totally fine with that. Just a search for something. Here, tap your Llanowar Elves down as well. Play more stuff. Alright, goes to combat. Before they attack, we fire a cannonade. Wipe your board. Yes! Oh, it's such a good card. Yep. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, oh, goodness gracious. We just passed the turn. Hold up, fire cannonade, risk factor. They might try to refill the board now. For Vraska, eh? Alright. We're going to risk factor. Down to 14. I think Pirate's Pillage is the way to go here now, though. So we can actually play Firemind's Research, which is... I'm scared of the Vraska, but I think we need to play our own game. So we're going to Pirate's Pillage. Maybe just discard the risk factor. I think I like everything else in hand. Alright, we find an island. Play the island. Play Firemind's Research. Okay. And pass the turn. Alright, so we have quite a bit of mana available to us now. Oh, let's see. We need to find a Primal Amulet still. I think that we can stay alive. I mean, if it's ultimates, it's an issue. Oh, this can destroy the Fireman's Research. That's actually fine with us. Now we can absolutely kill her. So I think what we do here is we're actually going to risk factor discarding this mountain. If they take the damage, then we can skewer the critics to kill Vraska and still have 2 mana available. Alright, they take it. Spectacle, kill you. This was at 3, right? Alright, yeah. Glad I saw that right. Okay. And pass the turn. And now we hope that we can find anything good. Because that'd be great. Primal Amulet would be amazing here. March of the Multitudes, okay. Some Lifelinkers. If they have another March of Multitudes, this can be an issue, but it doesn't look like it. Lightning Strike, eh? Alright, well, we will... I think risk factor discarding the Lightning Strike. We want to hold on to... we have more Banefires we can draw into as well, though. Alright, discarding the Banefire. Alright, takes it down to 8. And pass the turn. We can let this happen, I think, a turn or 2 more. Alright, pass to my turn. Inescapable Blaze. Alright, pass the turn. This is instant speed. Let's go ahead and fire a cannonade now. We have 9 damage we can do to them. This means we only have to draw one more thing. Let's see what else they play. Alright, Llanowar Elves is fine. Doesn't do anything. Pass to my turn. Lava Coil. Eh. Well, let's go ahead and Inescapable Blaze. So my thoughts are we can draw Burn on this next turn and be able to play it, whereas we wouldn't be able to hold on to that and necessarily play if we draw another Burn spell there. So, alright, Knight of Autumn gains life, I'm guessing. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so Lava Coil, kill Knight of Autumn. And pass the turn. I think, man, I don't know what our game plan is here now. Our game plan is to find, just to draw well. We want to find, I don't even know. Shana. We're okay with Shana right there as a 2-2. Pass to my turn. Oof. Alright, Steam Vent's tapped. Pass the turn. We can Lightning Strike Shana when we need to. Ooh. Alright, I'm guessing this just gains life. Yeah, gain 4 life. We're going to go ahead and shock Shana now. Damage isn't being dealt to us, and we have things that we can still find. Primal Amulet. Okay. And pass the turn. Did we find it too late is the question. Man, we've let so much happen. A little more than a third of our deck through. There's a Lightning Strike. Let's see if they have a March of the Multitudes. Looks like they're holding on to something. So end the turn. Alright, swings in. We will strike Shana. Down to 7. Our last Fiery Cannonade would be beautiful. Tormenting Voice, that's why we held on to the mountain. Draw some cards. Oh my gosh. Well, play Sulphur Falls past the turn. Maybe I should have held on to even more lands so we can discard more things. I mean, we could just go off here. Like, there is a chance that if we find all of our Tormenting Voices or Pirate's Pillages. Alright, so Pirate's Pillage. Be 2 great cards. Fiery Cannonade and like a shock or something. Alright, well, we get to flip it. Kill Knight of Autumn. Transform. And pass the turn. I wanted to kill it then because I'm more worried about going down to 1 and not being able to have a chance. This gives us more turns to actually... I mean, if we find Inescapable Blaze, we win. Okay, Tormenting Voice. I should have doubled it up, but if we have Inescapable Blaze, then we're okay. Alright, so Inescapable Blaze. 6 on Cannonball damage. Can they gain life here, though? That's the question. Or, yeah, 12. Whew, man. Oh, my goodness, that game. Oh, man. Oh, that was awesome. We did make it work. That took so much effort to make that work, though. Ugh. Alright, up against Orange. Hey, we're playing our Primal Burn deck. And, oh, man, I guess we keep this. This deck is so back and forth, I feel like, where it's... This could be great for certain decks, like, for certain decks we're up against, but others, maybe not so much. I'm never sure if I should just be going face, like, all the time. Let's go ahead and play Steam Vents tapped now. We're up against... Oh, this is Gates. So I think we're fine either way. I guess it really doesn't matter. They're not going to play anything, so tap, pass the turn. I'm way overthinking it. Sorry, guys. Ooh, Guild Pact. What? Okay, so this is way different than I thought. Alright, pass to my turn. Yes, I just squeaked there. Pass the turn. We can risk factor on their turn. I think with this deck, we're just going to go burn. Yeah, because this is going to be a 4. We can Lava Coil it. So, I mean, we will probably kill it on our turn, but risk factor. Primal Amulet, eh? Well, let's Lava Coil. Pass the turn. I've been seeing this deck around, and it is pretty stinking amazing. Alright, brings that guy down. We will shock that before Primal Amulet. That's just a little too much damage. Too scary. Alright, Tormenting Voice. I think it's Fiery Cannonade. So, from what I've seen running into this deck is that once they get the Glass of the Guild pack, Fiery Cannonade will kill only like a quarter of their deck. And so I think it's more of a dead card than anything else. So, discard that. Sulfur Falls. Pass the turn. Aurelia, eh? Well, we can kill it. Ooh. We're going to get down Primal Amulet first, though. So, Primal Amulet. We need to actually be able to win this game. So, pass the turn. We can Lightning Strike it twice and Pirate's Pillage next turn. Hopefully we find land to discard or something. Yep, grows. So, no Glass of the Guild Pact. That's good. That was my biggest worry, is if they had a Glass of the Guild Pact. Down to 15. And actually, we might just go face with all of this. How about that? I'm actually not sure we can race. If they have any other good things in hand, like if they have another Aurelia and everything, I would rather just be going face with this. Alright, so Firewind's Research I think is not as important as Primal Amulet here. So we're going to go ahead and discard it. Pirate's Pillage. Get to draw a couple cards, get some treasures. We'll do it again. Yeah, let's do it again. Discarding the Lightning Strike. Ugh, that's... We can risk factor still though, so okay, there we go. And then let's just Lightning Strike face, and this gives us lethal on the next turn. Transform, and we can actually risk factor once this is flipped. So transform. Pass the turn. All right, perfect. This should, I mean, unless they have a way to kill us right here, we should be fine. I don't think they're running land destruction or anything like that. Unbreakable Formation. Well, let's, in response, double up risk factor. I'm trying to make it demoralizing, quite honestly. All right, let me draw 6 or take 4 or 8 damage. Yep, they're letting me draw 6. And yeah, this should just be game. Down to 9. And we'll just do it quickly. So Inescapable Blaze. And again. Yes! Oh my goodness, the deck is working. That's exactly how the deck is supposed to work, is like that. And so I think maybe the issue is that I need to just be going face all the time, because I think that actually was working a lot better. Maybe kill the things that you absolutely need to, but for the most part, just kind of go face. So yeah, that's good. All right, so there you guys have it with Primal Burn, and this deck has been awesome. If you guys want to check out some of the other games that I played with this one, because I did play quite a few here where I just wasn't quite drawing right with this deck, but the games were still pretty epic. If you guys want to check those out, go to Patreon and in the link down below, and if you guys join up with me, support me with just $1 per month, then you guys can get tons more videos that I'm doing. It helps support me so that I can actually afford to keep doing this, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys can do that. Also, if you guys will please like, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Comment down below if you guys want say that there needs to be any changes with this deck. But overall, just love doing this. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye bye.